Okay. You know, it is not very often that I use my specially made photo etch cutter here on sprue or on plastic. Usually just strictly on the photo etch. But last night, yesterday afternoon, well, I did. Now, I sort of covered it in the rollback, which we're going to see in a moment here. And then you'll be able to see what this is all about. Okay, let's just roll back and see in about, I forget how long it was, 13 minutes or something? Anyway, we'll see in whatever. Well, everything is pretty much the way we left it at the end of episode 1087. I think it was 87. And we'll just make ourselves a little bit of room here. Very gently. We don't want to get too exuberant here and break any of these little parts. And my son was by here just, probably 20 minutes ago, I guess now. He dropped off the CD drive. And I thought you might like to see it. I haven't seen it yet myself. I pretty much know what it looks like. And it even comes with some sort of a... Now, my son said that all I had to do was just plug this in and Windows would recognize the driver and everything. The other one did not have a disk. There was no disk with it. Here, let me get this box out of the way here. Well, don't need to undo that. We'll do that in the computer room. Okay, I guess that's the front. Press the button. And if it was plugged in, it probably would open up. I don't think there's anything else that has to come off of here. It feels like there's a piece of plastic on there, but maybe that's something that you peel off later. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else except some sort of little protective plastic on the top. On the other hand, maybe it's just extra shiny. Well, what you see is what I got. Yeah. Not much weight to it. Mind you, there wasn't a whole lot of weight to the other one either. Okay, so let's go hook it up. Well, actually, maybe we'll wait on that. 9 minutes after 3, in about 21 minutes, my neighbor is due to come over for coffee, so I don't want to get myself into something. At this very moment, episode 1087 is processing. It should be ready to view here at 5 o'clock Winnipeg time. Anyway, yeah, I guess I'm starting to ramble, right? Okay. Okay. You know how I like to keep it real. So, I'm not going to... It seems to me that we ended up the last scene at the model table and I said, let's go and see if it's going to work, or I said something like that. I haven't run the video back, so I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure I gave the impression that we're going to go and see if it works for the first time. Well, I already know that it probably will work because I tried it out in my old computer. My new one was uploading the episode 1087, and which by now is all uploaded. In fact, in about 4 minutes, now this was not planned. I have an alarm that goes off to let me know that I've got about 3 minutes or so to, get my YouTube channel up and so on. Because what I do is I put the video on my YouTube, on my, what do you call it? Not the YouTube, the Facebook, on the Facebook page. And and I link it into Jim Steen's Model Ship Club. And I do that at exactly 5 o'clock Winnipeg time, which is going to be in about 2 minutes from right now. I had forgotten that I had to do this when I pushed record. We will. Okay, so what I was starting to say was, I already know that it works on the old computer. This is the new one. It's just a big black box. It looks just like the old one. I haven't even seen the inside yet. Maybe we'll take a look someday, because I'd like to see it too, and if I open the thing up and look inside, I'll show it to you. But in the meantime, I've got to stop what I'm doing here, and then we'll plug this in to the new one, and hopefully it's going to work. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it will. Anyway, I'll be back in probably about 5 minutes or so. Okay, here we are. I've got my video loaded on Jim's Facebook page, and anyway, we can get rid of that. And the video is on my channel here. This monitor here is an older 1080 progress that way. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. All being well, we'll be seeing you tomorrow. Okay, we know it works. Now, this is honestly going to be the first time that it's being plugged in to the new computer. And we're going to use the USB 2, because that's what the old computer was. This new one has both 2 and 3. So oh, it made a little noise. That's a good sign. Now my Photoshop disk is the one that I had tried in the old computer, so I'm going to try it in this one. That's a good sign. Oh, it made a noise. Okay. Autoplay. Select to choose what happens. Oh, I guess I was too slow. I'm not used to this Windows 11 yet. Like I say, I'm not used to Windows 11. Well, it's working. Okay, it's working. I'm just going to go ahead and oh, here we go. Autoplay. Maybe you're supposed to double click it. There we go. It's working. All right. Well, that's all I wanted to, find out, and I'm pleased that it's working, because the other one that I got from Amazon, which right now is probably sitting in a mailbox, maybe that's not such a good thing, because it's going to be like, what's the temperature right now outside? It's minus 17. Maybe it's not a good idea for it to be sitting in the mailbox at minus 17, but on the other hand, it didn't work anyway. The other one, you plug it in, and you couldn't get it to open and close the tray. Don't know what was wrong with it. It's not like I don't know how to do this, although sometimes you might wonder. Anyway, we'll see you back at the model table. Now, each one of these winches takes 5 pieces, and only one of them is different. I think that it'd be pretty hard to get them mixed up when it comes time to put them on the ship. I can see now that there's basically only one way that they can go together, and got one little piece here. Just let me zoom you in a bit here. Okay, this piece right here, which I believe is what you would wind the rope or cable around. Yeah, I kind of know what this part is supposed to represent. Well, I should see if I can find it in that book. But this little piece right here, it would be so easy to accidentally think it was a piece of flashing and throw it out. Okay, let's put the macro lens on and see if we can put one of these together. It should go really fast, actually, as long as everything fits. We'll find out, right? Okay, this is going to be interesting. I'm going to try and keep everything around this little black dot here. And these parts are almost too small. Well, I was going to say they're too small to pick up in your hand. Okay, I know that this goes on here. Maybe I should get the different tweezers. Okay, there we go. Okay, that goes there. Now, then this one here goes on the end, something like so. Now then this part has to fit. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this on camera or not. Now you'll notice on the bottom here, if I can turn this over, well, you can see it on this one here. You can see the positioning pin right there goes in one hole, and then there's a positioning pin on this. I guess it'd be sort of a gear case. Goes in the other hole. But I think that in all likelihood, I'm going to have to do this off camera because it's just too hard here. And then this little piece right here, whoops, which I guess would that be the windlass, or wonder what you would call this part right here. I know how you use it. You would wrap a rope around, probably, I was going to say 3 times, but maybe just twice around, and then when you pull a little bit on the loose end that's in your hand, the end that goes out to whatever it is you're trying to drag, well, this thing slowly turns. Yeah, it's one of those sort of things. Don't worry, I know where it went here. See, there it is. Yeah, I'm going to have to do this off camera, and after I get it assembled, then we'll put it on the rotator and take a look at it. Okay, I worked at it for a moment, and I couldn't get it to fit properly. And I was thinking that in other words, I couldn't get this piece and this piece to sit down into the hole because this wheel thing was too big. And I thought, well, they've made a mistake. They've made it too big. And then I realized I made the mistake. This round part around the outside that I'm holding on to right now, that's actually flashing. And I've got to try and very carefully cut it in the right place so that those little parts that are sticking out don't get cut off. Yeah, I can sort of see it there. You can sort of see where the flashing that goes in stops about halfway, and then one of those things that sticks out all the way around starts. So I probably just used my photo etch knife here for that. I think if I reposition myself here, we can probably do that. very carefully. I don't know if I can do it on camera or not. I'll try. Okay, I think I'm in about as close as I can get without putting on the super macro. And the idea is the pin is going to let me rotate it. And now remember a few episodes ago I was talking about a dowel that I had sharpened and we tried to make a waxed pencil out of it. I'm pretty sure that this is the one. Now I'm just going to use it though to hold this down. Now I'm going to just try and get this where I think the end of that is, and we're just going to cut it like that, and we're going to turn it. We didn't turn it quite the way I wanted. Okay, that's the one we cut, isn't it? Okay, now we'll cut this one very carefully, right like that. Okay, now 2 more to go. And the last one. All right, there, we got it. All right, so I have to do that, what, 5 more times? I'll do it off camera. Because I'm not going to be doing it any different. Okay, well, that was fun. Now, you know what they say about time flies when you're having fun. Well, look at the time. Yeah, I might have to edit this out tomorrow morning. We'll see how I feel when I take the film out of the camera. Okay, we'll see you in the morning. Well, here we go. And we are going to use the extra thin. Maybe I should use different tweezers here. Alright. Now, I don't think it matters which one of these 2 holes we plug in the part. Okay, so it'd be something like that. Now, my thinking is that if I can get them to be in position here, I'm going to just use my fingers. Whoops. All right. Now, very carefully here. Can I get this one? I haven't got it quite right here. Now I don't want to squeeze too hard because it might all of a sudden ping off on me here. You know, I'm wondering if maybe I should have put this on first. That's okay, I know where it went. Maybe I get some more pointy tweezers here. Okay, these tweezers are kind of hooked on the end. All right. Oh, wait a minute. This wheel is supposed to go on first. Ron, getting ahead of yourself here. And I don't think it matters which way this wheel goes. Oh, that's not good. Maybe trying to do this on camera was not a good idea. Oh. Now it's a good thing I got the two cameras going, because I can flit from one to the other so that there's always action happening. Okay, now maybe what I'll do is I'll take this piece and I'll stick it on right now. Okay, I think if I hold it like this, you can see what I'm trying to do here. Okay, now turn this down. Okay, so that should go in there. Maybe, oh, for goodness sakes. Oh. Believe it or not, I'm having a good time. It might not sound like it. Might not sound like it, but I'm... Yep. Okay. Let's try this again here. I'm finding doing things like this increasingly more difficult as the years go by. But that's all right. Let's just do the best we can here. Have a good time, right? Okay, now now, I don't think it matters if that little wheel gets... I think possibly it was supposed to be more back this way. But we'll try not to glue it onto the shaft. Okay, now the plan is to get some extra thin on there and just let it meld the plastic parts together. That should be enough. Now, if I can just very, very carefully just sort of work it down into place. It's not quite straight. It should be twisted. The macro lens should be picking this up really good. See, I want the plastic to sort of... All right, now the little piece that just rolled off onto the table there. Where is it? Did I lose it? Oh, here it is. Okay. I seem to be having difficulty, don't I? All right, there we got it. All right, that little piece I'm going to put on last goes in that little hole there that you can see now. Yeah, I think that's probably down about as good as it's going to get here. And I'm pretty sure that once the plastic solidifies, it's going to be fairly strong. And we'll just leave this spin free, whatever that was supposed to be. Anyway, all right, we made it. Approximately 2 hours has passed here now, and we got ourselves quite a wind going on outside. It's blowing our loose snow around. I'm kind of scared to see what my front door is going to look like. Now, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a dry run here. Okay. I'm trying to hold this so that everybody can see it. Maybe this angle isn't quite right. I just got to reposition this. Now, don't squeeze it too tight. Just want to see if it'll go in there. Not quite. Okay, I do not have two cameras going right now, so it doesn't really want to go in there, does it? I wonder if maybe I should try and just soften that hole a little bit. Just trying to get it here. Maybe if I come at an angle like this, we can both see it. There. Yeah, that's going to work. Okay, I think... No, let me just put a little bit of extra thin on that. Now I know it's slumped down, but I think if we get some extra thin on there and then push it in. Okay, no, if it doesn't fall off, don't fall off. Okay, does it look like it's going to stay straight? That's that windlass. Okay. I think that'll be okay. I think that's going to be okay. Alrighty. Now I'll just do 5 more like that. I think it's 5, isn't it? Yeah. We have to make a total of 6 of these things. And I'm just going to leave them on this block like that. And that way I can use the rotator when we spray them later. It doesn't seem to be slumping. It looks pretty straight, doesn't it? It does to me anyway. Okay, now something I want to show you. Okay, here's what I wanted to show you. Remember, was it yesterday? We were saying that we'll nip these off the sprue to get them out of the way so that they're not catching every time we try to put the sprue in and out of the plastic bag. And one of the viewers, I think it was Peter from Oz Scale Modeling, he says, why don't you just make a little note? And I thought, yeah, good idea. And then the more I thought about it, I thought, why don't I just peruse ahead in the manual, and where we come to needing this part, which I thought should be at a place like this, because you notice that there's this slot here for a barrel to elevate up and down. So I thought it's probably a single gun. And I was thinking it might be this one here. But it's not. Nowhere does it say to put this on afterwards. And I did sort of try to dry fit this part over top of this platform here. And it just didn't seem to want to work out. Anyway, I cannot find it. I cannot find this anywhere in the manual, and I went through it twice. Now I could have missed it, but I'm wondering, is it possible that these were used on the Nelson kit, and which is very, very similar, but not on the Rodney? I'm just guessing. Is there anybody out there who's doing the Rodney, the same one we're doing, Trumpeter's 1/200 scale Rodney? You know, what did you do when you came to these? Or maybe you know where it is. Just, in the comments below, say it's in step such and such. And we'll check it out. Anyway, I'm going to call it quits here for this afternoon. It's, 2:20 already? And, yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. And all being well, we'll be seeing you tomorrow.